love and peace and happiness.
Hey, love. We're back. It's one other message for you. It's timeless whenever you find it. It's by divine design. Where it resonates, pick it up and run with it. Where it doesn't, leave it where you found it. Either way, make your choices and decisions responsibly today, because you'll always have the consequences and repercussions to pay. If you have questions, I have answers. You can find those facts on the website and in the description box below the video. So thankful and grateful to be here to channel these messages. Bring your intuition to the party, because you always got to make those choices wisely and responsibly. You can do anything you want. You got so much free will in this. You can do anything that you want. It's always a good idea, though, to bear in mind that when you do what you want, yeah, it creates an energy. It creates a returning energy, a returning experience. So be wise in that. Benefit yourself in that way. I heard, yeah, benefit yourself in that way. So we're going to see what comes out in these messages for us today. Stick around. This is going to be a general first. And then if guided, we'll do a yes or no, or we might even do personal questions after this, but we'll see. Okay. I heard, and I always have the right to refuse service. And I always have the right to refuse service. Always don't ever give away your right to refuse service. Okay. You always have the right to refuse service. You don't have to. Yeah. Do unto them as you would have them do unto you. And when they do not, then stop allowing them to do unto you. I mean, it's actually quite simple. It shouldn't be as complicated as we like to make it be. What up, Chauncey? I see you. Bro, let's see what's coming out of these messages today. We're going to start off with chaos and conflict. Who the hell is that? Chaos and conflict? What's going on? Well, I mean, I guess they're showing me, well, that could have been your morning with the grandkids. I had my grandson spend the night last night, and my granddaughter came over with my daughter this morning to pick them up. It was a lot going on around here. It was a lot going on around here for several hours this morning, and it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. So some chaos and conflict can be a little bit fun. Others of it is like, yeah, no, I'm going to stay over here. I'm not going to get involved in that war over there. Okay. Chaos and conflict. And in the image we have, this is interesting because it's speaking harder now. You know, they took the zebra, they painted it as though it was a giraffe, but it's still a zebra, and now it's showing its colors. And now it's showing its colors. It's showing what it truly is. It can't be denied. I heard, because the fake is going to fall off eventually for everyone. You know, like you can't, fake don't stick to real forever. They say fake don't stick to real forever. All right. Being guided on what to do. You know how they be doing this stuff to me, to go to my post tab. I'm going to go to the post tab. Oh, somebody saw my all good things post. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you liked it. Thank you. And then, which one do you want me to do? Tell me. Which one? Okay, this one. It's called How Are You Today? Oh, the boys are in the back. They were so little. So let's see what they trying to bring up. We're going to hear this. Well, why you did that? Why you do that? Let me see.
How are you today? How you doing today? How's your day going? A monotonous question with so many monotonous answers. I'm fine. I'm good. I'm alright. How are you? Most people ask these questions. They don't really care what you say back. I wonder sometimes when they ask you if they even care whether or not you answer. But I found that every time I get asked this question, it's an opportunity to affirm how I am doing. So quite a long time ago now, I started responding to that question with answers like fantastic, fabulous, grateful, I'm blessed. And today I was asked that twice. I had to run and get some bread and some soda from the market right quick. And the lady, as I was walking back to go grab the soda, she said, how you doing today? And I said, I'm grateful and blessed. And as I went to check out, the cashier said, how you doing today? And I said, I feel abundant and prosperous today. So the point of this whole little tiny message today, because it is a message, is how you doing? Are you fine? Are you good? Are you okay? Are you alright? This is not a hat. It's a chance to affirm. Because anything you put after I am is an affirmation of that which you are. And today I am blessed and grateful. Today I am abundant and prosperous. I'm happy. As a matter of fact, there was this one time when I was in the store and I said, I'm thankful, I'm gracious, graceful, I'm blessed, I'm prosperous, I'm creative, I am exuberant, I am divine, and I just kept rattling off anything that was an affirmation about me. And I said, is that enough or would you like some more? She said, that's enough. I like your answer. So that's what I have to say for you for this moment. I hope that benefits you. Until next time, love you. Later.
Okay, so I am going crazy, losing my fucking mind. Watch out about saying all that type of stuff. I said it before. I'm sure you said it before too. We all kind of said some stupid stuff before. We didn't always know what we were doing. But if we think about it, you know, we don't have to claim all that craziness at all. We really don't. What's up, Lane? What's up, Jamie? Okay, let me see what else. So, you know, this experience could be chaotic and conflicting, full of problems. But everything is going to be about a perspective. Everything is going to be about a perspective. And look at this. It's all about the way you observe it. The observer card came out. It's all about the way you observe it. How do you observe that chaos and conflict? I heard, was it a restriction or was it just a full-on... just a mess? Oh, well, maybe both. Okay, breathe. Okay, breathe. They said take a breath before you decide and declare what it seemed to be. Oh, take a breath before you decide and declare what it seems to be. Be careful about immediately calling it chaos or a conflict or a problem, okay? Because it's really just a revealing of what really lies underneath, okay? There's a revealing of what truly lies underneath because everything on top of it didn't belong here anyway. The representative coming off. Be careful, okay? When you see people representative come on, breathe before you respond, okay? Because sometimes when their representative comes out, oh boy, you got a lot to say. You have all kinds of thoughts. They just want to fly out of your mouth like word vomit. Let me see what else you got to say. We have milk and honey. Oh, I heard, because remember, you have a lot of value. You have a lot to protect. You have a lot to take care of. You have a lot to be here for, okay? Some people don't feel that way. Be careful of what you call a problem. Be careful of what titles you call things, right? If somebody had a bad day, somebody watching them, you know, the person that be careful about people just in general. Some people had a really fucking bad day before they got up to you with an attitude. You hear what I say? Sometimes people had somebody, I just see somebody in the tribe and you kept it cool too. You didn't really let it affect you. You were like, what the fuck is their problem, you know? But after they walk away, you weren't trying to start no mess, whatever. You let that shit, you chalked it up to the game. But what you didn't know was that person just lost a family member and they were going through all kinds. And I'm feeling like that was a person that was really close to them in the family. This was not a distant family member. This was something that was going to change their life. And that's what the fuck their problem was. And I see this as like, as you're going into the grocery store and somebody's stomping out of it, you know, and there's some sort of rudeness in the interaction. Yeah, that person going through hell right now. I see interstellar frequency in the house. That was up. Let me see what else we got. Peace. So anywhere where you were the one that was really like living big time in the chaos and conflict, calling it out, bringing it about and all the rest of it, I see a big shift that had been made in you. You have truly shifted your energy. You're not doing the same craziness you used to do. You found out how to regulate. I heard self-regulate. Regulators, mount up. Okay. What? And then they gave me, it was a dark, cold night or something like that. Yeah, it was a dark, cold night. Okay, TikTok, and it came in my hand in reverse. TikTok, you're right. I haven't made any TikToks today. However, that's not what they're talking about. This is more giving the energy of like, you did it faster, right? Like when the clock runs out, you already sitting down waiting for him. Is the fucking time gonna be up yet? Like, it's like, you know, you are granted so much time to get this done, and you're ahead of schedule. You're ahead of schedule. Now they're reminding me of a buddy of mine. He does computer program engineering for new constructions, right? And months ago, he told all his coworkers, like, y'all, we need to get this project done early because they're going to end up pushing the date ahead. They're going to rush the project. Nobody fucking listened to him, but he got his work done, and he had that shit just sitting there on the shelf, just waiting, type, ready, right? So then what happened? Exactly what he said. They pushed up on the date, and he was still already ready because he didn't BS, waste time, drag tail, or anything else, okay? He was about the business. He got to it. And then likewise, it could be where the timeline was sped up, but it doesn't affect you badly or negatively. You still qualify. You still did what you needed to do. What's up, Cher Bear? Because you handled the business. It's like, oh, I have an assignment. I have a job. I have a task to do. Why am I going to wait till next year to do it? Why am I going to wait till 6 months down the road? Because they don't need it until 12 months from now. Oh, well, you got that shit done in 3 months, and it could just sit there the rest of the months because at least it's done. What if they want it early? Turns out they do. You ready to go. If that's not the case, the other way that they're showing it to me, it's like, maybe it did take the whole year to get it done, 12 months later, right? So you're just sitting there, okay, I did all my work. Is it time yet? No, it's not time yet. Damn, it's not time. Okay. Still got a little bit more waiting to do. It'd be better to be ready early, okay, is the energy that is giving me. And that's kind of, they're showing me as like, that's what you did. Instead of waiting to the last minute, you got it done early, okay? Bam, Treasure Island. I really love the way your cards are coming out right now. What's at the bottom of the deck? The Yang. This was about handling business, taking action, getting her done, okay, Tomater? This was about getting her all the way done, yeah. So that way, you know, you ain't got to worry about it. If it's done, it's done. It's already done. Oh, thank you. We say that often, don't we? It's done. It's done. It's already done. Like, we don't have to ask because it's done. As soon as we decided and declared, as soon as we chose, it was done. It was done. It was already done. That's a beautiful way to materialize things instead of just keeping them on a manifestation list, I heard, okay? On a list of manifestations, okay? It's done, it's done, it's already done. A lovely day, a lovely day, a lovely day, a lovely day. That's what I heard, okay? As far as how you doing today? How you doing today? Let me see, what's the message? What else you want to say? Yeah, what was this chaos and conflict in the past energy here? There was some. But again, you got that. Look at this. I can't with these people. Take action card came out. Take action. And that was what that Yang energy was just saying, like, handle the business, okay? And then on the table, this is what it's going to sit like. Take action. Look away. Her energy is pointed up towards the chaos and conflict. Like, now we know that it's this giraffe paint on top of this zebra was fake. Let's hurry up and send some more energy and just blast that shit right off. I heard sandblaster. Somebody had to get the, that's funny. Somebody had to get the sandblaster on their toes. Whoo, get it off. That nasty. That nasty. Don't nobody like them kind of feet. Your feet feel like sandpaper, sound like sandpaper in the sheets. You need to do something about that, baby. That's not sexy. If she take care of her feet, well, she take care of everything else. Well, okay, this take action also came out with prioritized reflection. And look at that. We have the angel looking at herself in the mirror as she's experiencing what? The chaos and conflict. As she's living in the chaos and conflict, she's seeing it. She's observing it. she takes action and she pays attention to the reflection. Well, if there's this chaos and conflict showing up in my life in this aspect, in this area with this person, okay, well then what's the purpose of that? Okay, what is it trying to show me? What is it trying to teach me? Look at you being an empowered being. Look at you being all empowered and stuff, okay? And in that, the question, the way we asked it today, I swear that was the way we asked it. What's the empowering message you have for us today? What's the empowering message for us today? Yeah. Yep. What's the empowering message for us today? Show is. Love it. Okay. Well, that's it. And somewhere there's some chaos and conflict. Hey, little scoot, pat. Wherever there's chaos and conflict, take the action. Yes, is necessary. It makes sense. However, also prioritize the reflection. What is this teaching me, showing me, making me aware of? There's a reason for everything. Everybody always freaking says it. So then why do we throw so much of it? Why do people be just why they be throwing a temper tantrum when the happenings are happening? But y'all just finished saying it's a reason for everything and everything has a reason. Well, then what's the reason? Why don't you go there with it? You know what I'm saying? Why not go there with it? If you really believe that, and stop being so angry about the reasons and start investigating them, okay? Because now what we have is, look at you being the observer, paying attention to the reflection. Okay, you're observing also, I'm hearing now how things are shifting because all the fake persona, this giraffe skin is talking a lot, bro. The giraffe skin is saying all those false ideas. Oh, thank you very much. Conversation I had with the neighbor last night coming up. Because in that conversation, I say, if you were raised your whole life and all you ever had to eat was cereal and toast, how do you think you're going to react when you get you some filet mignon? You ain't never had no filet mignon. You didn't even know that existed until you did. You sometimes find something that you like better, and you know, it's a discovery process, right? But the idea that it was all about cereal and toast, like that's the giraffe skin. That's this false programming idea. You thought life was that limited. You thought life was that finite. You didn't realize the vastness of the opportunities and the resources available to you until you did, okay? Also, there was this idea. There was a projected idea, projection, psychology term. When a person takes the way they feel and what they think, and then they cast it onto another person as though that's what they're doing. And that energy is coming out here too. Anywhere where the person was living under the projections of another, they took the idea to, because the mirror, the prioritizing reflection, the lady standing in the mirror, it's like, there's some sort of Bible scripture and it talks about, you know, it's a fool to go in front of the mirror, see the mess on their face, and then just leave it there and walk away like they never saw it. So the chaos and conflict is meant to show us, reveal to us, create awareness in us of where exactly is the mess. What needs cleaned up here? What doesn't belong in this picture? What's a zebra painted as a giraffe? Oh, Lord. Wow, this is reminding me of Sunny on Halloween. You know what Sunny did on Halloween? She was Frankenstein. She was Frankenstein. So you know what she did? She spray painted her whole body. Wherever was visible, she spray painted with green spray paint. I was like, girl. By the end of the night, that stuff was already like coming off, wearing off, rubbing off. It was funny. That's also kind of the energy here. It's like somebody could even have done that, you know, to appear like there's some kind of beast they aren't. Where, you know, they put on this fake suit. I'll put on this fake identity, put on this fake spirituality, put on this fake persona. I'm a fake flex this fake ass money. It don't take long to see what a fool really is, okay? You can see the fool from across the room. You can see, you know what I'm saying? You can see that was a zebra. It's still mostly covered with giraffe paint, but we could see it was a zebra since back then. When it showed what it really was, like we don't question it no more. We see what it is. Even if we just saw a little bit, you just barely scratch the surface of it, but you got an idea of what it is since back then. Okay, now there's with this observation, I mean, the observation is happening because you decided to pay attention to what, you know, you're seeing in the mirror. Like, what is that showing me about myself? Okay, so now with the observer, you look at things and you can see it crystal clear. You can see it. You can see it for what it is. And it's almost as though like maybe you walked away and did a study. Maybe you continued observing to study it some more. Well, but it is exactly what it said it was. It is exactly what it was. Okay, but who put the giraffe paint on it? Why was it covered in giraffe paint? That just don't make no sense. Who asked you anything, Billy Bobo? Nobody asked you anything around here. Hola, Urbasi. Okay. So now, it's like, as you look at things, you can see it crystal clear. You know, you don't have to wonder. You don't have to be concerned with being deceived by it. You already know what it is. So it's like if you know that person is always standing there doing the same thing that they're always doing, why did you all of a sudden expect them to be standing there doing something different that they had never done before? That doesn't make no sense. I heard they acted like a scary cat the first time. They like to try to manipulate your mind with lies that they designed the first time. What makes you think they're going to be any different this time? You can see crystal clear. Somebody here is trying to present a false facade, a false representation. Somebody here, I'm seeing fake accounts, fake names, you know, trying to conceal identities, trying to hide motives, trying to hide the agenda. But you can see it clearly for what it is. We don't fall for this shit. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? Why do people come on here and try to preach about some shit about hating what we're doing and it's an abomination, all the rest of the shit? Well, go over there where you blessed in. What the fuck are you doing here? Because you supporting my shit, you know what I'm saying? But guess what? I didn't even have to read that shit, block. And, you know, I feel like in some sort of way, like you do that. When you can see what it is for what it is, listen, if it walk like a duck, it quack like a duck, and it water like a duck, and it swim with a duck, and it hangs out with other ducks, what do you think it is? It's a duck. Ding. Okay. Goal setting. Listen, baby, you just take your time. And not only are you goal setting, but look, she landed him right on the bullseye. There's 3 major goals landed right on the bullseye. So, well, okay. It's time to grab my arrows. I've already accomplished this, that, and the other. Now, what am I going to do next? So you're taking some time to breathe, meditate on that. Well, it's like I successfully removed all the giraffe paint off of the zebra. Now, there's no mistaking the zebra. We can see it clearly. I can see it clearly now. And, you know, and so I just breathe. You gotta let it go so you can grow. Yeah, so many people want to stay stuck in the old season. You know, so many people like to repeat the old season and stay there infinitely. You're not doing that. You're noticing a completion. You're noticing the meeting of goals, and that accomplishment of the meeting of those goals encourages you to set further goals because you're like, I did that, and so guess what? I can do it again. Last time I did it that way. Last time I did it about this situation and that other situation. So this time we're going to knock this one out and that one out and the other out. Okay, we're going to set some higher goals. We're going to really challenge ourselves this time. We're going to give ourselves a little bit of a challenge. Oh, okay. Let me see. The milk and honey. Why that coming out? Ooh. Emotional baggage. Somebody carrying some emotional baggage. Oh, yeah. I heard once they got a taste of the milk and the honey, they can get it off their mind. It stay on their mind. You're always on my mind. Yes, always on my mind. They are. Okay, and they're on fire. They're on fire. A fire sign for somebody. Somebody's emotional baggage is on fire. Okay, I see that. And then you trust in your intuition. Listen, I don't even need physical eyes to see this. I can see exactly what this is. We can see right through all the deceptions, right through all the games. We can see where you at. We see who you are. Quit playing. We see what you're doing. Quit playing. They got emotional baggage because, you know, once they had that taste of the land of milk and honey. But see, it's on the way they show them to me. They try to come in with the giraffe appearance because, you know, they thought that was what was required to get into the land of milk and honey. But really, if you'd have just been true about having been a fucking zebra, we could have made room for a zebra too. You know what I'm saying? We could have made room for a zebra too. But no, you want to lie. You want to deceive. Well, we can see what you are. Once somebody got the taste of the land of milk, they don't want to leave there. nothing is delicious anywhere out. It's just not the same. I just want the same old thing. I just want the same old thing. 365 days of the year. I want the same old love, baby. Yeah, so here you go. You're like, here, honey. You want it, but you got to create it within. You got to deal with it yourself, okay? You got to make it happen for yourself. Like, listen, the only way you really going to be in the land of milk and honey is if you admit you're a zebra, not a giraffe. You can't keep pretending to be. Baby, zebra is short. A giraffe is very tall. We could see by your size that you weren't what you were portraying yourself to be. So it's quite obvious from the jump that you were not what you was designed to be, painted over. Who put that costume on you? It didn't hide your true self. You need to make peace with who you are and where you are. Can you see yourself yet? Have you seen your true reflection yet? Because that's exactly what I did, and that's what changed my life, I heard. That's exactly what I did, and that's what changed my life. Okay, let me see what's up with the TikTok in reverse. Somebody is blocked on TikTok. What? And that's why they're creating fake accounts to come play. Love is not in the air. It's in reverse. Love is in the air in reverse. Listen. Somebody's like, So one of the things that gets on their nerve is like they can't access information about you. They can't access you. You restricted access so much. You restricted access so much, and that you don't want. That's part of it. It's like, are you gonna keep trying to cover up yourself with the love from out there? Okay, no, I hear no, because upright coming out, we had the healthy boundaries, and that's where it's at. It's like, I didn't even want the love from you. I heard you think I do what I do because of the likes. No. If it was all about the likes, the views, and the subscribers, we would have quit a long time ago. There's another reason for what we do. And how fun it is when now we got the likes, the views, and the subscribers too, but it wasn't always there. We didn't do it because of the love in the air. We did it because of the love within. That's what somebody's problem is. They keep trying to look for the love outside, waiting for somebody to come on and love them. Girl, you need to go on and love yourself. Boy, you need to go on and love yourself, honey. Okay? Healthy boundaries. Somebody here, they thought, well, maybe enough time had passed that, they'll forget that they didn't want to fuck with me no more. So let me try to pop up on them again. Yeah, wrong idea. Okay, let me see what's up with the treasure island over there. Why the treasure island here? Because you're hidden in plain sight. Again, somebody can't have access to you. I see it as though, like, you know how when you block somebody on Facebook, everybody else can see everything about you, but that person, they just can't. The rest of the world can see you, baby. Everybody, it's almost like I see somebody where different ones just, oh yeah, I saw such and such. I saw the tribe. Damn, they look good. Yeah, they were healthy. They were spending money. They were happy. Blah blah blah. And they're like, why I can't even bump into you like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you hidden in plain sight. Even if y'all were on the same corner at the same time, they will be looking the wrong direction until you had took off. Like, that's the way the energy is set up right here in this experience. Why? Because it wasn't nothing but chaos and conflict. It was a fake. The fake fell off, and then the real was exposed. Yeah, that's the true. That's the true. And then, updates to your system, baby. You elevated all up in this. You did not stay on that level. You did not stay in that mentality. You did not stay in that energy. You chose to level up. You switched up the game. You switched up the way you approached the game. You switched up your ideas about the game. What do you know? You're just been made brand new. Yeah, why? Because you took action that was based off of, what does this say about me? Like, if this is who I'm associating with, what does that say about me? That person, I just listen to y'all just sit up there and gossip about somebody and really just try to humiliate that person. They ain't even in the room. Ain't nobody even give them a chance to defend themselves or nothing. And then you start to, so you're quietly observing, seeing this all happening. And then it hits you. Hold on a minute. I wonder if they be talking like this about me when I'm not in the room. And if they would talk about somebody this ugly when they're not in the room, well, damn, what would it take for them to switch up on me too? You know, they'll do it about anybody. This is just what they do. So I see that energy there as well. And it made you realize, like, hold on a minute, what am I doing with them? What am I doing sharing time, energy, space, and air? I heard time, energy, space, and air with somebody who has such an ugly characteristic. I can really see what they about now. Oh, I can't honor this. I can't respect, I can't get behind this. I can't be complicit in this. I cannot be cooperative in this. No, this is not my vibes. This is not my character. This is not the way I like to be. And so I don't need to sit up in this experience. What am I doing? I don't need to hang out with these people no more. I don't need to be in this place any longer. Like, that was not a good idea for me to hang out with them. I didn't know that, but now I do. So now I got to do something about it. Okay? Yeah, and the thing of it is, like, so I see that started a whole process for you. What I'm saying is that started a whole process for you where you said, well, if I was confused about these ones, let me start just looking and paying a little bit. I'm going to be a little bit more vigilant. I'm paying more attention to the rest of the people that be around me. The rest of the people that be on my phone, in my face, in my house, in my car, in my luncheon, in my dinner, in the movies with me, or whatever, you know. And so I just see, like, you started cleaning it up. You really did. You start paying closer attention to everything and everyone in your life and what that said about you. Yeah, because you finally could see a situation for what it was, and when you did, it marked something in your memory. It's like it took hold, it took root, it settled into you, it settled in your consciousness, it settled in your awareness, and you could not forget that. You know, you could not forget that. All right, let's see what else. What else can you show? Bad reputation. When you see, when you see what they did and what they do and all this stuff, and you begin to distance yourself, two ways this happens. You distance yourself from anybody who you already know about their mess, and their mess is something that's unacceptable to you. You don't want to be associated with that. You don't want to be dealing with that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want it around you. You don't even want a chance for that shit in your house, okay? The other way is, these folks, now they definitely talking about you. If they know each other, I promise they talking about you now. Oh, she thinks she too good for everybody. Oh, she think now that she, you know, she thinks she's something special. Yeah, damn, Skippy. I do think I'm something special. And no, I don't need to kick it with you. And no, I don't want to be your friend. And no, we can't try again. And no, we're not hanging out. And no, you can't come around. And no. That's what I heard. Okay. Let's see some more with this breathe energy. You have goals. And you know what? Really, this experience with this person really assisted you in meeting those goals. Yes. Now we can move on to the next. On to the next. Yeah. One of the things was in this was to really stop unpacking everybody else's stuff and really turn inwardly and unpack your own stuff. Again, why do they do that? Why do they keep treating me this way? Why do they treat other people that way? None of your business. What is your business? Why am I allowing myself to associate people who treat people that way? Why do I keep choosing to surround myself with ones who fill in the blank? What are they doing? You know what I'm saying? Okay, what does that say about me? Where is this resonant in my own energy? Because like unto like is attracted. So how is this attracted to me? How did I magnetize this? How did I decide to conjure this experience up? And what is it teaching me? And so, you know, you figured some things out. You absolutely did. And that changed. It's like quantum physics says, when you look at something and you change your point of attention as you look at it, you change your emotional attention as you look on it, you will change its frequency and vibration, you know. And anywhere a person's free will goes against the frequency and vibration, trust and believe they will vibrate their ass right out of your life, right out of your reality, right out of your dimension. It's happened before and it'll happen again. This is where you're like, dang, I ain't seen such a long time. I ain't even had to say nothing. I haven't even had to speak up. None of that. So it's just like it just fixed itself. What do you know? Let me see what else we got for you. With the land of milk and honey, we have milk and honey up there. Honey. I like a little cream and honey in my tea. Thank you. My hot tea. Fake smiles. Wow. I mean, you trust your intuition and you see where there is, because it's like I said, wow. And then on the table, like her eye gaze is heading straight over to the, what? The chaos and conflict. It's like somebody who could see auras, right? And then you have this person, oh, they got the right clothes. You know, they got a linen robe. You know, they're all natural, all vegetarian, vegan, whatever the fuck, into yoga. They got the title. They probably drive a fucking green car, electric car. You know what I'm saying? They're covered in crystals and they're very natural, no makeup. They probably fucking wash their hair with lemon juice. I don't know. But anyways, it's all to say that this person, they present every fucking way that. But you have somebody here who could see actual auras. And whatever the fuck color they saw in that person's aura did not match the outside presentation. What does that mean? Do we have a faker? A fake fucker? Yeah, a fake fucker? Absolutely. Somebody was aware because they could see beyond the physical appearance. And I'm telling you, whoever this is in this energy is like, they seem to have had the perfect presentation. Everything like, until it was like a deeper glimpse at the auras. Like, hold on a minute, let me really look at you. What's your aura looking like? So I'm like, hold on, let me see your hand. And trying to read the palm. Oh. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or somebody's like, well, let me read your cards. Or somebody's like, hold on a minute, I'm just going to sit here and watch. Because some of you could have did any of those divination tools. But more than anything, I feel like it was just sitting and watching. Like, oh, you do, you know, thank you, that's perfect. Just like a lot of these fucking people that like to run those pedo rings, you know, they're the first ones to be on the front line of some for children activism, philanthropy, something like that. Oh, they the first one to write a song about stepping in the name of love, but yet you was with a teenager, sir, which was illegal. And we still can't comprehend why they didn't instantly and immediately haul your ass off to jail. Fuck with the little girls. Parents said they should. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of times when people's real truth is so dark, so unhealthy, that physical presentation is like, don't look at that. I want you to see me this way. So, you know, they might be doing some sort of charity work, or, you know, and volunteer, or, you know, donating money. Oh, they're good for that. They're good for donating their vast wealth, right, into causes. Meanwhile, on the other side, on the, you know, with the left hand don't see what the right hand is doing type of a thing, they over here paying for some really, you know, offensive and disgusting and perverted things to happen to other people for their best interest, for their sadistic pleasures. And it's like, you could see, I see that. And it was tough for you to deal with that for a minute, because you could see beyond somebody's presentation. They could have tried to come in like they're all road peaches. Was that Peaches and Clover? I heard this is an old school song just popped in real quick. And it was like they could try to come in and play like they, you know, it was all sweet and kind. And then, you know, you could just see there's something ain't right up there. Something just don't. The math is not mathing. I can't tell you what it is. I can't put my finger on it. I can't fill out a police report on it. But I know that something is off there. Yeah, it didn't line up. And you could not ignore that. And in some case, what that was this person emotional baggage that they were carrying, that they conveniently, you know, tried to dump onto everyone's lap, is the way they just gave it to me. They would conveniently try to dump on anyone's lap that they could. Yeah, that they could. And all that, I just see you replaced it with peace. Like, you got rid of that. You let go of all that. So if these were some sort of self-perceptions, self-ideas, beliefs that were really dark and ugly in you, you did something to change your perspective, to free yourself from that dark, sadistic. It was almost like somebody was sinking. I see you. You were sinking down into a ugly, evil depression, and you found your lifesaver, baby. Somebody really liked lifesavers candies. Somebody actually has a lifesaver hanging in the wall in their room as a representative. Wow, that's pretty detailed. That's a lot of detail there. As a representative of their life being saved when they floated, when they just elevated, when they cut the cork. When they cut the cord, thank you, when they cut the cord that was anchoring them to the bottom of the ocean in the deep, dark abyss, they cut that tie. They were allowed then to just, all they had to do was float up, you know, and catch some air. They could just breathe. Yeah, they could just breathe, and now there's peace. And now there's peace, and you're more connected with yourself than you've ever been. But it was hard for you to process this emotional baggage that would piss you off all the time. And when I say piss you off, I'm seeing somebody who had big time rage issues as well. So anywhere where this chaos and conflict is in the past was your fault. Good on you, because this is showing me you did a lot to rein it in, baby. You reined it in. You became the master of it instead of being the servant of it. And that was empowering shift. And now I just see like you've replaced it. It's like anywhere where you used to go smooth off, flash, switch, flip the switch and go crazy. Let's go crazy. Okay, yeah, no, we're not doing all that no more. You're like, I'm going to go breathe. I'm going to go meditate. I'm just going to go take a nap. I'm going to go for a walk in the park. I'm going to go for a walk in the woods. I'm going to go sit by the river. I'm going to sit next to the ocean. I'm going to go paint a rock. I'm going to go paint a rock and put some pretty word on it and get my mind out of this. Okay, somebody here, you're doing that. Wants you back. Yeah, somebody here realizing, because, you know, like I said, once they had that taste of that milk and honey, they're realizing they're trying to accuse you of being always trying to fight with them and all this stuff. They really realizing like they screwed up a chance with somebody who's truly peaceful. Somebody who added a lot of peace into their life, okay? Saludos, Domingo, gracias. And now they want you back. Baby, come back. Don't you know I need you, girl? There is something, and I just can't live without you. Well, that sounds like you got yourself a problem, doesn't it? See, I don't vibe like that. I'm here to live my life, and I'm not going to make somebody else live my life with me. Like, if we walk together, great. If we can go together for a while, that's great. But I don't expect somebody to just come and be so obsessed with my life. No, you're saying that. Okay, so what else they got with the TikTok? For somebody's time was up, okay? Somebody, listen, they had their chance to get right. Like, be like, look, baby, I know I tried to say I was a giraffe like you, but then the fact of the matter is I'm a fucking zebra. Can I still kick it? Like, do I have to lie to kick? Can I just be me and kick it? If they would have humbled themselves enough to come with the facts, they might have had a chance in hell. But if they show up and half they giraffe paint is off they ass, and they show up talking about, well, I'm a giraffe just like you, with that same old lie, and you can see the evidence right there. They truly are trying to force their way in to your healthy boundaries to get what they want. And, you know, they could, like I said, for a lot of them, they could honestly, seriously, really love you. However, whatever it's based upon is a self-deception on their part. Okay? So let's see. We have the Treasure Island. Okay? They thought you would just, I feel like this Treasure Island is the milk and honey. I feel like it's the island of milk and honey. But it has to do with you and self-awareness big time. And you're hidden in plain sight. All nature protects you and surrounds you. All the energy does. And you just keep on rolling. Dust it off. Oh, look at that. A piece of dust flew through the air. Wow. And if you got it, then you got it. Yeah. If you got it, then you got it. If you didn't get it, well, you know. What's at the bottom of the deck? Boss, daddy, stable, rich, business owner, CEO, and my personal favorite, big dick energy. Absolutely. Somebody was trying to fake all that, and somebody else is real about the shit. And somebody's finally realizing, like, whoa, they weren't kidding. Like, they're legit a business person. Like, they really got that big D energy. You know what I'm saying? They're not fake. They really are everything that they showed up as. You know, it wasn't a fake facade. But hold on, but you was a fake. You can't step to real with fake, because real recognized real, and that fake shit hit the dough. Okay, the fake shit get to kick the rocks. The fake shit got to go. Okay. Well, we have yet to pull in the tarot, so let's do that now. Let's see. I want to mess with this out of hand tarot. I was so excited when I gifted myself this deck and this channel, this deck, because, yeah, it's a fun one. I really liked the pictures. Really focus on what a person is doing with their hands. So let's see what else Spirit going to show us and reveal for us in this message as an empowerment message. Like, they're letting you know, anywhere where you saw chaos in your past, whether it was related to another person or to yourself, you took action to change that shit. You realized where you had accountability, where you were the attractor, the magnetizer, the one bringing it, bringing what? The chaos and the conflict. Yes. And what was it connected to? It was connected to Five of Pentacles. It was connected to, in the past, there was codependency issues. There was broke mentality. There was poverty mindset. There was a lack of health. There was I'm sick. I'm always so sick. Okay. There was this, well, you know, I have chronic illness, you know, type of conversation. There was, you know, trying to be greedy and stingy and take from other people. There was a complete lack of spirituality. There was no spiritual focus at all. All of this stuff did was make somebody actually kind of like low-key, they were psycho in their head, because they was always looking at not having. Nobody ever supports me. Nobody ever's got my back. Now even the government don't want to pay for me to eat. And that is not funny, but you get where I'm going with this. Like, don't nobody want to help me. Ain't nobody ever here for me. I'm just by myself. I'll be the first one to tell somebody you a damn lie. I will call somebody out so fast. If they tell me they're alone, I know if you're alone or not. And I will call you out so fast. And be careful, you know, I mean, maybe that's how you learn, because somebody here, you had to figure it out. Maybe you called yourself alone so long until you ended up alone. Like, be careful what you put behind the I am, just like that short little video said. Thank you. I like the way Artistic Ross stated it. I just happened to glance out and see it. And it says, poor me energy. Absolutely. Woe is me. Nothing ever goes my way. I was born on the wrong side of the tracks on a windy day. And so somebody made that so much of their self-identity that their whole life returned to them in that energy. Uniquely invisible. Hola. So somebody here, they got so many bills. They owed 3 pentacles and they only had 2 pentacles in their hand in the past. But the book was filled of stuff they had been sending out. But why they got past 2 bills? Because they were so scared. They created a lack situation. Now, Somebody here kept borrowing. I see somebody getting the energy. In the past, I see somebody who is known for always borrowing money and getting, like in the past, they would always get a hand up. They would always get help. But it stopped. It like this help stopped showing up. It's like this person had worn out their welcome in so many ways that they just found that suddenly they just were not accepted anywhere. Nobody believed their stories no more. The manipulation tactics stopped working. And then what happened? They started getting mad. Every time they couldn't get their way, there goes that temper tantrum that came out earlier. They would throw a fucking temper tantrum. This person has a very toxic mindset. Like anything that anybody does positively in their favor, as a favor, out of love, this person will find a way to twist that shit and fuck it up. Well, you were just trying to control me. Well, you know, you were just trying to take my kids from me, and here you are, you feeding their kids, you clothing their kids, making sure their kids got a place to stay, sleep, clothes, school, fun too, and all they're gonna say is you tried to steal my kids. No, bitch, I tried to rescue them from you, you could be saying. But you know what? I can't do this no more. I can't do this conflict shit. You know what I'm saying? Somebody here, you let them come stay in your home. You let somebody come stay in your home. Why? Because they ain't had nowhere to go with the best intentions of your soul. What they doing? They trying to steal from your jewelry box when you're not around. They trying to figure out the code to your debit card. You catch them peeping over your shoulder. Okay, something like that. You know, for somebody, I can't even lie. They trying to make moves on your man or your woman. What the fuck? Some people really don't know what to do when they get the assistance that they've been whining about. And, you know, maybe you used to be that way. Or maybe you used to tolerate these people. But it's here in this energy in the past. What else about this Five of Pentacles? So somewhere, there's even somebody who used to work. I even hate that this is coming out again. I hate every time I say it, but it is what it is, and I've got to say it. That's what they give it to me for. You know, somebody will really like trying to learn how to work with witchcraft, or, you know, use these different spirits, entities. They wanted to work with the goddesses, or, you know what I'm saying? The African goddesses, the Orishas, shit like that. Oh, they fucked themselves all the way up. That's been done. That already happened. You know, and they might, okay, thank you. And that Five of Pentacles just screamed to me, yeah, it started. It already started, but this is going to be at least a 5 to 10 year process for them. And if they still don't figure out, this will go for them for the next 30 years. Well, see, Spirit saw everything. God knows what had happened for real, not the fake story they try to tell everybody to get a sympathy vote and to earn the favor of another good Samaritan who will they then go to fuck over in some sort of way and bring chaos to the problem, okay, to the house, to the situation, because that's what they do. So it's crystal clear, like somebody's always up to something. Why them? I'm getting Taylor Swift, okay, with that fast ass. I heard with that fast ass, yeah. Here we are from a distance, okay. Isn't that Bette Midler? From a distance, okay. What's this? Why I don't want to go down the lyrics of that song, but let me see. From a distance. Lyrics, thank you. The world looks blue and green. Somebody's face look blue and green on the spiritual level right now, because not on the physical so much. I really don't see this on the physical, but yeah, they're taking a spiritual ass whooping right now because they've been screwing up for so long. And it's like, you know, you don't want the children to beat the children up, but if mommy and daddy come around, like, they might paddle that booty. I'm just saying. They might put him in the corner. They might take the game away. Whatever it is. They might whoop that ass if they come from the same toxic background we fucking do. But the fact of the matter is, I'm just saying, like, a lot of the world is getting beat the fuck up right now. No, not on the physical plane. On the spiritual level, though. Absolutely. They're taking a spiritual ass whooping that they've never had before. Why? Because they kept trying to perpetuate this fake persona to mess with people, to take advantage of people, to manipulate people, to destroy the chosen ones. That was stupid. Who the fuck? Why? What are you doing with your life? Like, apparently something that is worthy of a spiritual ass whooping. Yeah. And snow-capped mountains white from a distance, the ocean meets the stream, and the eagle takes to flight. Snow-capped mountains white. The challenges. Snow-capped mountains white. Purity. Okay, those challenges are the fucking messages channeling through, bro. Okay, so yeah, the challenges that you have surpassed, overcome, you know, triumphed over, like, you cap that off. It's like it's frozen. It's snow-capped. It's frozen. It can't grow no more, okay? And white with purity. Your purity is the way you move through those challenges. That shit is done with you. Anywhere where this person brought, or a person, or a group of people, or a whole bunch of different, same people with a different face and a different name, but y'all the same energy. Because remember, you can see the energy, right? And so, you know, anywhere where that was going on, bringing chaos and conflict into your life, that's capped off. It's like they no more. You've tested my chosen one enough. Go sit your ass down in the corner. They didn't fucking fall. How many times did you think I was going to let them have a go at you, is what God said. They're like, how many times do you think I'm going to let you beat on your little sister just because you don't like that she get all the answers right and you don't know what the fuck you're doing? Oh. That part, it's kind of like that, because I'm hearing they been around a lot longer, and they beating on the little sister, the quote-unquote little sister energy. Okay, she's sweet, she's playful, she's so fucking talented, and she just be doing it. And how many times do you think I was gonna let you put hands on your little sister, big brother, before I come and fuck you up myself? Do not hit my child. Stop disrespect, stop violating. Okay, so it's capped, right? From a distance, the ocean meets the stream. Even though it traverses many, many miles, many men, okay, it's all traversing many miles, okay, many distance, okay, much distance. The ocean meets the stream. All waters come back home at the end of the day. So hold on, I'm home. It's time for, you know, I'm going to need somebody to answer for this mess we got up in here. What the heck is going on, okay? From a distance, there is harmony, and it echoes through the land. It's the voice of hope. It's the voice of peace. It's the voice of every man. Or is it? I heard, or is it? Because some men, fake ass voice of peace. Talking about, I'm going to take care of all. You lie. You didn't take care of nobody. All you take care of is yourself. Making sure you get a big fancy room to dine in and dance in while you're busy trying to take the food off of people's fucking kitchen tables. Oh. I mean, there's that. Type of vibes. So there is, like, somebody try to come in like they're sweet, but in the end of the day, they're a very predatory energy. A very predatory energy. And, you know, the chosen, the anointed, the earth angels, the divine, the authentic, you know, you've been, it's like the raw end of the deal is part of the process. It's like a prerequisite. It's like, it's just very necessary. It's just what is part of the job title. If you are a chosen one, an anointed one, a divine one, an earth angel, you know, an authentic being, you're always gonna come up against those who don't know what the fuck to do with you, because how dare you come in that way? How dare you be so empowered? How dare you be so empowered? You're supposed to be, you know, a robot like the rest of them. Just do what the fuck we control you to do. And you're like, what control? Ain't no controls over me. Yeah, no, we're not falling for the BS. I heard we're not falling for the BS. From a distance, we all have enough and no one is in need. And there are no guns, no bombs, and no disease. No hungry mouths to feed. How apropos. How apropos. Yeah, from a distance, when you're surrounded by fucking buffets of fucking, I don't know how much extra money they to put on their meals with their fucking caviars and their lobster tails and their, with their fancy dining and their fancy staff. And then how many families would that feed? I heard, and how many families would that feed? If you really gave a heck about your people, like, why not feed them instead of doing all that? I heard that part, yeah. No one is in need. Yeah, no one's in need when you stay fenced off in your fucking fortress, okay? So this is going off on a tangent, and it's very much giving me like, there are some people here who, first off, have the ability and the power to do things because they've been put in a position. They've been put in a position as sort of a curator of wealth and power. And I could give it to you, but what you gonna do with it? Well, apparently they're gonna manipulate the people, take it away from the people. I mean, they've only been put in the position of a steward of the wealth and power so that they could use it into benefiting the people. But they're not benefiting the people. As a matter of fact, not only are they not benefiting the people, they're making it tougher on the people. Okay, so there's something here about that coming through. I kind of want to stop reading this song because they're taking it pretty deep, right? They are saying that there are songs of hope, songs of peace, songs of every man, and that includes women, okay? And that God is watching us ×3. God is watching us. God is watching everything. The universe, the source energy, the overall collective energy of humanity is quite observant of everything that's going on, and anywhere where there's been imbalance, there's a balance coming in. Yeah. So it's interesting. It's like what is done is observed by whom it matters that is observed by. It's in other words, you know, if I heard the gas station attendant, they don't even have people put gas for you no more out here in these streets. Like, I don't even remember the last time. I know there was one left in Denver when I left there over 20 years ago, but I ain't never seen a full service pumping station in Las Vegas. So I'm just saying, like, first off, the service is diminished, okay? But it's like, what the opinion of the gas station attendant, what's it gonna do? I heard, what's it gonna do? If you're the one with the power to do something, like where you're at, your opinion matters. Okay, your opinion matters. And it's important. It's like they have so much time. It's like they've been put in a position of power and wealth. And they have so much time so that the divine can observe how they steward it. And if they don't, if they didn't correct course by now, I'm hearing it's already too late. It's already done. Oh, okay. Can we please go back to the original experience we were talking about? Because y'all just took me down this whole fucking rabbit hole. And now I'm irritated by it. I don't even want to talk about that no more. Well, maybe that means you need to talk about it some more, but I don't want to. Can we go back to the story we started with? Because that's what the people want to hear about. That one, oh, they want to hear about all of it. Trust and believe. Okay. So back in the past, somebody thought that they were going, oh, you mad? You mad? You playing jokes on me? That's so funny. Or you say what I tell you to, but it's a joke. They're like, yeah, because somebody tried to dominate another person and put them into a state of chaos and conflict. And it appears that they did that by promising things that were not followed through with, by trying to convince this person that they didn't need their spirituality, or trying to convince this person that they were not good enough, or trying to convince this person that they were sick, trying to convince this person that they was wrong, trying to keep this person in their old toxic poverty, unhealthy, lack of limitation mindset, Thinking they're not good enough, they're not worthy of love, they're not worthy of companionship, they're not worthy of honesty, there's no reason they should expect somebody to ever be loyal to them, type of shit. Somebody really tried to do that. Yeah, that's a whole toxic background. Now that shit is at a distance. It is not around, it is not in your energy field. And yeah, they mad. Now everybody mad. Got a little bit of money now. Everybody mad. Okay, you got your own stability now. Everybody mad. You got your own thing going on. You got it. Now everybody mad. Well, go on and be mad then. Go on and be mad. Alan, welcome. I see you. Janine, Mama, the Hermit, Brittany, thank you. Okay. So now they're at a distance. You done got a reputation, but the fact of the matter is we don't really care what they said, because at the same time of whatever stuff they were talking to trash, it didn't have nothing to do with you. It was everything about their own grubby, grady ass. Okay, you actually can see exactly what they are, loud and clear. So these people, they could have went, and exactly what they did to you, they went and made up some fucking story that you were the one that did that to them. You know, this is like you get in an argument with somebody and they push you. And you're like, what are you doing? We don't do that around here, right? And they push you again. And you like almost fall down. They're really pushing you. You're like, you better keep your fucking hands off of me, bro. And then, you know, then they push you a third time. Now you really got to brace yourself, because they bucking up a little bit more. And you know what? They didn't push you no more. Because you know what? Go ahead. You want to fucking hurt yourself? You want to do some dumb shit? Go ahead. Go ahead. I will call for you. I'll open the fucking door for you. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. But you're not going to finna put your hands on me no more. And what they do, they went and told somebody else that you were the one that pushed them. That they, you know, the facts is they knew that you didn't want them around no more, because they had put hands on you. And so you know that that's a potential, I mean, first off, that is domestic violence. Second off, like that could lead to even more severe domestic violence. And you're like, I'm not fucking fighting with you, bitch. Hell no. Okay. And so now they, you know, they running around telling the story like you were the one that did everything that they had did. And actually, like, you did not ever put hands on them. The only thing you did was, you know what, get the fuck out. Yeah. They're at a distance. They try to change your reputation. They could have even tried to, what an idiot. Why would somebody try to lie to God? Like, if God can't see what really happened, God, can you please take vengeance for me because, you know, they violated me? No, the fuck they didn't. Do you think God really didn't know? Oh, but that's the same thing as going to the Orishas and trying to lie to the Orishas and get them to do some kind of spell work on somebody based off of your fucking lies. I see you, Phoenix. I see you, Josie. What do we have? Okay. The death card. That shit is over. Said and dead and gone. That's a blessing. The blessing is that it's dead and gone. Okay, out of here. Yeah, pack your shit and get the fuck out. Moving, yeah, take them moving boxes. You know, the same moving boxes you said you wasn't moving out with? Those ones. Pack your shit and get the fuck out, okay? Because you were like, done, done, and done. Everything that needed to happen here was done, done, and done. And look at me. I did it while breathing. I did it while maintaining my sexy pose with my fine ass, okay? With my fine ass and my finance, okay? So somebody here, they really tried to get into your pocket, into your bank account, into your wallet, into your purse, whatever the fuck. They didn't have no business in it. They might want to watch their fingers before they get them cut off. Okay, I'm just saying. But the shit is done. It's done, it's done, it's already done. And now you can just breathe. Yeah, you can just breathe, baby. You ain't got to even worry about it. Like, the Grim Reaper coming for them. We see it down to the bare bones, okay? Whatever action you took, even if you had to get buck with them a little bit, say back, bitch, okay? You trying the wrong one. If you had to defend yourself, slap a big, stop it. I don't like that phrase. Big people are beautiful too, I'm just saying. But if you had to slap somebody up across the back of their head because they were acting crazy with you, because they thought that they was going to keep pushing you and you weren't going to do nothing, whether that was literally, physically, or energetically, or spiritually, or verbally, or emotionally, yeah, good on you. They deserve that shit. You know what I'm saying? People teach you how to treat them. by the way that they treat you. If they treat you disrespectful and they gonna lie in your face and all this shit, this is why listen, then they literally open up the door where you're valid and you have every right to do the same fucking thing to them. So if you go slap me, I'm gonna fucking slap you back. Oh, except for no, I'm not gonna slap you back, because I happen to live in a state where if anybody got marks on them, the other person's going to jail, period. And I have a lot on the line. Like, I have a lot to protect, and I like sleeping in my own bed every night. So there's that. And it's like, whatever the fuck this little slap is gonna do ain't gonna do shit for me. And it sure ain't finna take a whole day's worth of my money, my time, my energy, or my bed, or my freedom to go in my kitchen and cook up whatever I want, drink what I want, smoke what I want, walk around this bitch naked if that's what I want, or get dressed and go the fuck out if that's what I want. But slapping your ass just ain't worth it. So get the fuck on, okay? That's the energy, and you just breathe. You're like, I'm not letting this shit disturb my peace. Yeah, I'm not letting my shit be disturbed by that one, okay? And you realize you got to let it go. Sacrifice that shit. You said sacrifice that shit because they trying to sacrifice you. They trying to put you up on the pole as an offering, as a donation, as a sacrifice. Yeah, no, that's not what we're here for. I heard that's not what we're here for. You're like, I can see you. You trying to show up and tell me you were this, you were that. You all into spirituality too. Oh, look at you. But you don't act like it. The way you reply to things doesn't behave in such a manner. If you were really in tune with your spirit and you were learning self-love and you were all this and all that, bitch, you would know what you want to eat for dinner. You would know what you want to wear today. You would know how you want to comb your hair today. You wouldn't need me to help you type shit. I see you. I see beyond what you're trying to say to me, and it's not matching with what you're doing. That two shit don't go along. This is like somebody tell you, well, it's because I'm a vegetarian, and they all up in the fucking sausage when you know, the little smokies at the party, like the little smokies in the barbecue sausage. Oh, this is so good, bitch. You said you was a vegetarian. You lying. It was that plain as day. It was that simple in your face. It was that easy to see, because exactly what they said is exactly the opposite of what they did. This is like somebody who say I love you and all they want to do every day is fucking attack you and destroy your happiness, bring you down, type of shit like that. You can see what it was though. And you know, part of it, like I said, was you saw that there was a lot of emotional baggage. This person really did have some true feelings for you, but their problem is they got trust issues, and you know, that's kind of triggering the fuck out of somebody because they finally got what they want. Yeah, they got some trust issues, and you got a trust issue too. See, your trust issue is you trust your intuition, you trust yourself. I might not be able to trust you, bitch, but I can trust me. I can trust my intuition. I trust my higher self, my spirit team, and all this, okay? Show me more. What about the peace up here? Because I just see like peace. Don't let the doorknob hit you with a good Lord split you. And the tower is in reverse. God dang. You sent them away in peace, but you know, did they stay in peace? Probably not, because this is a permanent loss and they want you back. This is a permanent loss. The tower has been in reverse. There's no rebuilding this shit. Like that whole, I heard that whole site is toxic and condemned. We need to build in. We need to look for a whole new location to build. All that shit. I know what we gonna do with it. It's like Chernobyl. It's like fucking Chernobyl. It's atomic radiation. Just nasty. It's nasty. This is a permanent loss. There ain't no rebuilding this. You better go connect with your nature. You better. And actually, that's funny because where did I get that information from? Like something like 20 years after Chernobyl actually happened, the accident at Chernobyl, that it's actually got a lot of vegetation growing there and this and that and the other. So maybe it's like cleaning up now, but look at how long that took. Oh, and you thought a few years was going to do it. Wrong answer. Okay, let me see what else we got for you. Hi, Kaylee. Christine, welcome. With the TikTok in reverse, where they said you finished this shit ahead of schedule because, you know, you had the feeling because you trust your feeling. I can't fight that feeling, okay? But the fact of the matter is you had the feeling like, well, something going to happen here. The date might have to get pushed up on this, and you were right. Because remember, you had all your stuff made, ready to go. Just in case the time came early, you were ready. Yeah, and look, the 3 swords. The truth that hurts like a bee and set you free. It's like, finally. Yeah, this was about dealing with the difficult part. This is like where you got to leave somebody, but boy, I really don't want to do this. You got to tell somebody the truth. But I really wish I didn't have to tell this to you. But honey, you're the one that set up the situation. So let me just break it down for you. This is what's going on. Your life is fucked up because this, that, and the other. And this is how you treat people. So all the shit you put out is coming back to you. You think people are stupid, but I was watching you the whole time. I had you pegged from jump. From square one, when you showed up with your chaos and conflict, I knew what the fuck it was. You tried to gaslight me and convince me that you was something that you wasn't, but I could see you, okay? And some of you, this is your highest self and what it's been saying to you about yourself this whole fucking time, because you've been trying to pretend like you ain't what you is, but you is what you is, and now there's no hiding it no more. But in regard to it being somebody else, you know what I'm saying? You have to accept that shit, and maybe on a certain timeline, on some other dimension in the book of timelines, you know, of life, maybe you still did last all that time with them. But in this reality, you learned the game early. You saw their patterns early. You saw their behavior early. And you saw the fucking zebra stripes creeping out from the back of the giraffe paint real early. And you let yourself remember that. Okay? I heard you let yourself remember that. Not that you were reminded, because you didn't need a reminder. You just knew. Well, that over there, that's a zebra that likes to pretend it's a giraffe. That one is fake. If it's showing up as anything other than a zebra, it's a fake. Because we got that one zebra that likes to show up like it's a giraffe, but it ain't a giraffe. First off, it's missing the height, so it's really easy to see. You're going to see it real easy. Don't worry about it. You're going to notice it real easy. Because the giraffes stand tall. And giraffes, if I'm not mistaken, they're vegetarians, right? And they are vegetarian. And they be eating they don't, what they say, they don't pick no low-hanging fruit because they too fucking tall. They can't reach the low-hanging fruit. They way the fuck up there. So, you know, they getting the top shelf type stuff. They getting the top shelf type stuff, right? Interesting. So we have a real giraffe, right? A giraffe ass. Hi, it's a giraffe ass. Somebody high, H-I-G-H. You know, and maybe that has something to do with it. It's when you're high that you have this, oh, fuck. Now I see it. That person, every time they come around, they just bring nothing but problems. Oh, every time they come around, okay, there's something here about that. Every time they come around, you could see. It's the same fucking pattern. How many more times you got to see the same pattern before you see it for what it is and call it what it is, baby? How many times it got a quack in your face? And waddle in your face and swim away. As soon as you think you're going to kiss on it and love on it and hug on it. Somebody over here is waiting to kiss the fucking toad and then turn it into a prince. But in reality, it's a duck. And it been quacking in your face the whole time. Ooh, so duck. Okay, they said duck. Run for cover. Like, seriously, y'all want me to? Why? Why do we got to do that? That's so extra. Y'all so fucking extra duck. Okay. Eight of Wands is the energy. Okay, and so here we go. We're going to go mind our business, make some more beautiful creations. We're going to go color in the pages that we have designed. Okay, allow the universe to color in the pages of our own design. Okay, and you know, you still going to move forward. You still going to have people in your life. You still going to give folks a chance to show you who and what they are. You still going to love. You still going to communicate. Maybe not with that person, but you know, whatever this is, this resurgence of this memory of it, this popping up, whatever the fuck this is, like, you get over that right quick and you're going to be hidden in plain sight. It's also giving me the energy of a message I channeled years ago about the Wheel of Fortune and the Judgment card. The Wheel of Fortune is number 10. Roman numeral is 10. It's an X. Okay. Judgment is Roman numeral 20. And it's two X's next to each other. And it's like strike one, strike two. That's it. There is no strike three. Right? And for a lot of you, there's no strike one. By the time strike two comes around, like they still being rejected since strike one. In other words, how many times do you have to ask for forgiveness for a chance to do it better, do it over, try again? I'll give it my best. I'll try harder. I don't know about you. But the way this message is coming through is I have never done that with any partners. And so Divine says, yeah, so why would you give chances that you don't need to offer or ask for? Well, you don't need to offer them because you don't need to take them. Remember, you treat people how you want to be treated. So if you treat people in a way that you don't need to become up here repenting and asking for chances and please forgive me and baby, take me back and all that shit. Why the fuck would you accept somebody that's like that? Why would you even want somebody that's like that? They say, because it doesn't align. Okay, 7 of Swords, and there's the lying. As I just said, because it doesn't align. And there's the lying. Okay, and it's like, well, the whole time they were lying, it's like you were clocking it. You were studying their chart. You were looking at the evidence that you had seen. Well, I was at lunch with them and I saw them lie to the waitress to get a discount on the meal. And another time we were hanging out and I saw them lie to some, and all this was not really a big of a deal until I realized it's so easy for them to lie to this one and that one. And then they got on the phone, they lied to their parents when their parents called and said that they were doing something completely different than what they were doing, because when they hung up, they said, yeah, their parents gonna just never get off the phone and talk hella shit to them if their parents knew where they were really at. And so now you done seen them lying to all the people that they love the most, or all the people that be on their line, or whatever the fuck that is, and you're just like, what the fuck am I doing? I clearly got a liar here. Why would you expect them to not be that when they kept showing it to you? And so there's this energy of studying somebody. Like I said, as soon as you thought to yourself, well, that looked like a fake ass smile that they give. And really, you could see it, that it was nothing but chaos and conflict moving forward because somebody was trying to be something that they weren't. Talking about, yeah, I'm all into spirituality too. I'm all about my soul growth and evolution, but there ain't nothing that ever came through one conversation linked in that way, not even a little bit. They worried about what sport team did what. Not to say spiritual people don't do that, but that's the gist of their conversation. What the weather looked like, what the markets did, what the news was, who got in a fight, who got some drama at home. None of it led to soul growth and evolution. None of it led to, self-awareness and empowerment at all. It just didn't match. Once you figure out the lies, you choose your alignment, and that's just where it's at. So, folks gonna do what they gonna do, and then you have your choices on how to respond. So, with all that, does anybody have some personal questions you want to ask? Put them in the comments. Okay, do that now. Keep it simple, short, sweet, and simple. Okay, get to the point, more specific. Okay, but yeah. What else? I'm gonna do you a yes or no answer. Something that has been idling is about to finally get moving. Just so you know, because I hear a motorcycle engine out there just been sitting there rumbling, and now I hear movement. So there's a message in that. All right. Get you a yes or no answer, and then I will address whatever personal questions Spirit guides me to. Spirit could guide me to address all of your personal questions, or Spirit could guide me to address one of your personal questions or none of your personal questions. Whatever I'm guided, that's what I'm going to do. So let's start with a yes or no answer for everybody watching. What's up, Wendy, Rosita? Let me see. What do we have as the yes or no answer for everybody? Everybody. Whoa. Everybody. Everybody. Whoa. What the heck is that song? All right, let me see. What do we have? What's the answer for everybody's personal question? Yes or no answer. Is it yes? Is it no? Is it yes? Is it no? Okay, starting here. Oh, you gotta go. Oh, they be playing with me too much. Okay. You already know. No, I'm just kidding. We're gonna get you a proper yes or no. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, is the answer is yes. So for everybody's personal yes or no, whenever you watch this video, it's gonna work for you one time. One time. Your spirit asked you to formulate the question in the perfect way. The cards that came out was the High Priestess, the Emperor, the Knight of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. So yeah, you already know something is what I'm getting. The answer was yes, okay? All right. Whoo, Lord. What an interesting energy and reading we had come through today. Thank you so much. Yeah. So yes or no answers, I've put that up. Your answer was yes. Whatever your yes or no question was, the answer was absolutely yes. Let me see if I have any personal questions the Spirit is guiding me to answer. All of you who asked this same question, yes or no answer, you all got that yes. So yes, I love it. Yes, your investments will return profit, Roger. Yes, there'll be new love before Christmas, Wendy. And I just want to clarify that by saying you didn't ask specifically what kind of new love. Like this could be like you like Starbucks and they unleash a new flavor and you just happen to love it. Just so you know, more specificity next time, especially when you're talking to Spirit, okay? Is Jordan still here with you? That was very specific. Yes, okay, Shrey. Anything coming towards you in love? Yes, Phoenix, okay. Best friend still here with you, Shrey? Yes. Okay, do you need to switch jobs, Robert? It said yes. What about the birds? Safe to go check them out? Yes. Janine, what does Spirit want me to know right now, please and thank you? Let's get her an answer. What does Spirit want Janine to know right now? And I'm getting the energy oracle cards for you, Janine. All right, one of the OGs, been with me for a while now. Let's see what we have for Janine. What does Spirit want me to know right now, please and thank you? What does Spirit want Janine to know right now? Woman holding the coin, honey, you the woman holding the coin. What you gonna do with it? I could give it to you, but what you gonna do with it? I could give it to you, but what? Okay. Will your divorce finalize in December? Christine, it says yes was the answer because the yes or no was for everybody. Rosita, yes, you will be recompensated for all the suffering in 2023. Absolutely. I love your life, lady. You are awesome. Pretty much speaking about my life. Gracias for the confirmation. You're welcome, honey. Jamie said absolute facts. I love that. Yeah, your best friend is right next to you all the time, Shrey. That's what I heard. Okay. Kaylee said on point. Oh my goodness in your in point. Okay, yes. Goodness in me, absolutely. We speak ghetto nation. True, he's slapping me and sure wishing he getting that slap back in his future life. Like you say, let that shit go. I'm hoping, beautiful. You know what, baby? They want you to fuck yourself up. You got too much to risk. All right, keep your record clean. Jamie said, I don't do all the round and round stuff at all. I refuse to do the get backs. Nope, get the fuck away from all those types of energetic vampires. Yes. Because you know what? You know how in all the vampire movies, I just got to throw this in this conversation. You know how in all the vampire movies, they always have these volunteer blood bag people? It's always like that. Like they're really not out here trying to steal anybody's energy. Why? There's a long fucking line of broads and dudes that want to offer up a vein, like just fucking take my life force from me. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty to go find one of them. You know, that way you tell me, just go and find you one of them. I see Carrie Hazel. Well, what a beautiful comment section. Yeah. I like Chauncey comment, touch not our anointed chosen ones have much work to do here. Yes. Alan de Mexico, bienvenidos. And you know what, with all that, y'all, I'm about to go live in Spanish. I'm just saying, I'm about to go live in Spanish. So the next one va a ser en español, no English. If you come to a Spanish reading that says Spanish or Español, and you speak to me in English, I will completely ignore that ass or respond in Spanish. So I'm just saying, okay? Be ready for that. All right, so thankful and grateful for your beautiful presence, for all the participants here today. Thank you for doing all the YouTube things to get this message to more of our brothers and sisters of humanity in this elevated energy. We anchoring this shit in, doing it for real, okay? Vanessa, glad you came here for your first time. Make sure you keep coming back. I also encourage all of you to make sure every time you come on the channel that it still says that you're subscribed and that it still says that you got a notification bell on, and you know, and that you get in the live notifications. Yeah, because you know there's that. So we're just gonna leave it at that. We're gonna go take a break for maybe 10-15 minutes, and then we'll be back in Espanol. Until next time, sending you so much love and peace and happiness. Kamsahamnida. Gracias. Later, bye bye. That's all, folks. And I'm out.